Do you want to learn how to make these intros? Do you want to have your own intro logo and create your map? Stay tuned, because today I'll teach you how to do it. The first thing we have to do is tap on More and then on where it says Custom HUD. I'll show you how I designed my logo like this, letter by letter, as you see here. Well, you'll have to create a new HUD. Here where it says Create HUD. Then change its name. Give it whatever name you want. I'll call it Intro. And then tap Edit Design. Here, choose the dark green option. Then, tap Add Image next to Add Text. We'll use this image as the background, so change its name to Background. Then, change it to whatever color you want. You can change its size by simply tapping it and sliding your finger. I'll set it to cover the entire screen. Then we tap on Empty and then create a new image. With this image we will make a letter, so place it in the position you want and change the name of the letter you're going to create. In this case, the letter T. There are two ways to create a letter. The first way is by using layers with the same background color. For example, here I created black images to give it a T shape. And the other way is to make copies of the geometry image and give it the shape of a T. You choose which method to use. Remember to place all the letter parts inside the first part, which has the letter name, so that all the pieces are united in a single image. Just tap on the image layer and drag it over the main layer. This way, when you turn off the main layer, the parts will also turn off. And when you move the main image, its parts will also move, since they're now part of a group. Now create a new empty window which we'll name Letters and where we'll put all the letters so they're part of a group. Now, Lou, I'll show you how to animate the letters, so we exit that interface and tap on where it says New Script. Here, from Entity Events, drag on Wake Up. Then, from Entity, drag Set Property. From Game, drag one that says Optiver Custom UI Widget. And from Entity, drag this entity and place it as the target. Here in Custom UI, look for the one you recently created. And where it says Widget ID, change it to Letters. Copy all of this, and place one of those copies above where it says Entity. From Entity, drag the one that says Get Property and put the copy of Get Widget inside Entity. Then to the two blocks where it says Alpha, change it for Anchor Position. In the magnifying glass, write Sum and drag the one that says Sum of Vectors. All of Get Property, put it in the first value, and here if you want it to appear sliding from left to right, you must modify only the x-axis with a positive value. On the other hand, if you want it to appear from the left, the value of x must be negative. If you want it to appear sliding from bottom to top, only modify the y-axis with a negative value, and if you want it to appear falling from top to bottom, the value of the y-axis must be positive. After choosing, all that sum is put in value. This will make the letters move to a different position. Then from logic, we drag what is called integer range loop, and as in my case I had the letters go up 1000 on the y-axis, then I will put the final value of the loop to be 1000 to go down one by one. We need to copy the entire property set that is above to paste the copy inside the loop, but in this case we will change the widget ID letters for the first letter that we want to appear. In the other part where it marks error, they also change the first letter, and where it says color they change it for anchor position. Here it also says color, they change it for anchor position. It should look like this. The letter and its anchor position, the same letter and anchor position. Now in the value I will put -1 since the loop repeats 1000 times. Now I will also do this loop for the other letters, but at the end of the first loop it will go to the second loop and so on. In the next group, we only change the next letter. If you want to add a sound when the letter lands on the magnifying glass, type sound and drag the one that says Notify Sound Playback. Place it below the loop. In the magnifying glass, type owner and drag the one that says Get Owner. In target, type this entity. And then place this below the target. Change the 0 to 1. Tap on Resource and choose the one that says Explosion. Tap on Explosion and choose the sound you want. Then, copy the one that says notify sound playback and paste it below the other loop. If you want the sound to sound a little higher, set the speed. From the entity, drag the one that says destroy and add this entity to it. From the game, drag wait milliseconds. Change 0 to 100. Put the wait before the loops begin. And for each loop, also add a wait at the beginning, or inside the loop, in this case, of 0 milliseconds. Also, before destroying this entity, there is a delay of at least 1 second, or 1000 milliseconds. I want to show you something. If you find that the letter scrolls very slowly, you have to decrease the end value of the loop and increase the axis value. In my case, I'll subtract a 0 from the final value of the loop and add a 0 to the axis value. And I'll do the same with all the loops for each letter. But remember that the axis value multiplied by the final value of the loop should result in the value you previously increased. In this case, it was 1000. Previously, we raised the letters 1000 units upward, and now we're lowering them 1000 units, but in a number of loops with smaller values, which in the end total 1000 units. That is, at the end of the loop, the letter will end up in its original location. I hope this is understood. Don't forget to activate the HUD. In the player script, drag the wake up incident, and from the game, drag create custom HUD. Add this entity to player, and in HUD index, choose the HUD you just created. And that's it. If you followed the steps perfectly, everything should work perfectly. If you want the background to cover the entire screen, within the design edition, just enlarge the background image and that's it. If you like my videos, share them and leave your like. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss anything new, and if you need help, join my Discord, which I'll leave in the description. Greetings.